Oh, well, whatever it is, would you please get it for me?
You may dial 275-4699 direct.
275.
4699.
Thank you.
The area code is 213.
What's the area code?
213.
213.
You may dial 275-4699
Wait.
by first dialing 213. 213-275-4699.
213-475.
No, 213-275-4699.
Oh.
Would you care to make a note of that?
Albert, would you just wait a minute, please? Does anyone have a pencil?
We can drive you home a lot faster than you can get that call through, ma'am.
Would you?
Navy's pleasure.
Thank you.
Oh, but first we'd like to get some pictures.
Picture?
For the newspapers. Mrs. Arden, you're a real public interest story.
Oh, no, please don't. No, I'd like to see my children first. You do understand that?
Well, of course. It'll be enough of an adjustment they'll have to make without the world looking on. You take all the time you need, Mrs. Arden. After all, this is the silent service.
Thank you.
We have a car waiting for you, Mrs. Arden, right this way.
Oh, good. Excuse me.
Oh, Dr. Schlick was so right. I'm really ready for a right, mature relationship now.
Is that why you married me? Just a prescription from your analyst?
Oh, don't be silly, darling. I can hardly wait to get to Monterey.
You'll have to. The State Highway Commission frowns on commencing a honeymoon in a vehicle.
Hmm?
It's a moving violation.
Thank you very much. Thank the whole United States Navy! I see you are, and you're doing very nicely.
Who are you?
I don't think you remember me, but I remember you.
Are you a lady or a man?
I used to be a lady.
Are you a sailor?
Not really, no.
Some sailors helped Daddy look for a mother once. She drowned in the ocean.
Did she?
Long time ago. We're the only one in our whole school has a drowned mother.
Would you like to have her back?
Can't have her back. She's drowned. Like this. Glug, glug, glug.
Tell me something. Do you miss her?
Every Easter, Daddy takes us to put flowers on her grave.
Her grave?
Don't be sad. She's not in the grave. She's at the bottom of the ocean, the deepest part.
Oh, I know. Tell me about your school, what you do and everything.
We're not supposed to talk to strangers.
I'm not really a stranger. I know your daddy.
Our grandma, too?
Yes.
She's inside.
Well, first I wanted to see you.
What for?
Because I heard that you were both so pretty. And you are so pretty.
Are you gonna cry? She was crying that lady. She was not. She was so... she's just goofy.
You'll find a chicken in the freezer, Maria. And that is what we are going to have for dinner.
Freezer?
In the freezer.
Frio?
A chicken for dinner. Sabe?
Mande usted.
Listen carefully, Maria. We're going to have chicken. You know, chicken.
Chicken.
Ah, sí, señora. Pollo, bueno.
Wait a minute. And there will be a man. Un hombre.
Hombre?
Come here, aquí.
Aquí?
To wash the windows. You sabe wash windows?
Windows?
See, windows. Wash the windows. Oh, here he is now. I'll tell him myself. I want him to start in the den. And Maria, you go get the pollo.
Está muy bien, señora. Enseguida.
If you'll just follow me, I'll show you where I want you to start.
Grace. Now, don't get scared. Grace! Grace, darling, are you all right?
I'm sorry. For a minute, I imagined my darling.
Oh, Grace, no. Grace. Oh, dear. I'm sorry. Oh, Grace.
Oh, good heavens. It's true.
Oh.
Ellen.
Oh.
You're alive.
Yes, darling, I am. Oh, come on, let me help you up. Oh, I tried to call you to break it to you gently, but I couldn't get through. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, I can't believe it. I just can't believe it. Pinch me.
Oh, maybe I better get you a sip of brandy.
Make it a fifth. Ellen, where have you been?
On an island in the Pacific, and then on a submarine.
Submarine?
I'll tell you about it later. But first, tell me, how's Nicky?
Nicky.
Grace, what is it? He's all right, isn't he?
Nicky's fine.
Oh, thank God.
He's just fine.
Oh. Well, then what are you crying about?
Well, it's going to be such a shock to him to find out you're back.
Oh, I know it is, and we've got to figure out a way to tell him. What am I going to do? Maybe I should call the office.
Oh,
I want to call him right now.
No. No, don't.
Don't call him?
Oh, well, he's not there.
Oh, are you sure?
I'm sure.
Oh, where is he?
Have you seen the children?
Oh, yes, when I came in. Oh, Grace. Oh, they're so beautiful.
Do they recognize you?
Of course not. And I didn't know how to tell them without Nicky. Where is he?
Perhaps first you better take a bath.
I don't want a bath.
Well, take one anyway.
Grace, what's the matter with you?
Matter?
Are you hiding something from me?
Hiding? Me? Don't be silly. Maybe I better get you that drink.
You know perfectly well I don't drink.
You will.
Grace! What are you trying to tell me? Let me do that. Now, what happened?
Ellen, Nick's married. I'm sorry, dear. I'm so sorry. Ellen, you know, Nick loves you more than anything in the world. And nobody dreamed that you... $5 years is a long time, darling. Can't expect a healthy man to wait forever.
Just how long did he wait?
Until this morning.
This morning?
Yes, about... Ellen, you're not too late. Come on.
Grace, what are you doing?
Calling the airline, get you out on the next flight.
What flight? Where?
You'll be at the hotel before they arrive.
I can't do that, Grace.
Why can't you? You're his wife.
So is she.
She's his bride.
What's the difference?
A honeymoon. And you're not gonna let them have one. And first, we gotta find you something to wear, and then I'll call for the next flight to Monterey.
Monterey?
Yeah.
You mean he's taking her to our hotel?
Yes. Doesn't that make you fighting mad?
No. I think that's terribly sweet.
Oh, brother, you have been away.
Oh, we had such a lovely honeymoon there.
Come on.
Oh, I'm sorry. Keep the change.
Yes, ma'am.
Pardon me, has Mr. Nicholas Arden arrived yet?
Oh, we're expecting him shortly. Would you like to leave a message?
Oh, no, thank you. I'd rather... I'll just wait.
No, please, the makeup here straight up. Pretty.
I believe you have a reservation for me, Arden.
Oh, yes, Mr. Nicholas Arden.
And Mrs. Arden.
Mr. and Mrs. Arden. How very nice to have you with us.
Thank you, sir.
Suite A, I believe.
Yes, Mr. Codd.
Hey, don't you have something else?
Well, it's our very best. After all, the honeymoon...
I know, but I can't. I mean, I'd rather not. You must have something else.
C, it's not quite as large, and it hasn't been redecorated as lately.
I'll take it.
Boy, Suite C for Mr. and Mrs. Arden.
Thank you.
Oh, Mr. Arden.
Well, it's not that I have anything against Suite A. I've been here before, you know.
That'll be all, thank you.
You're welcome.
Would there be anything else, sir?
No, thank you. So,
Thank you, sir.
Good evening, Mr. Arden. Shall I serve this on the terrace?
what's that? Who ordered the champagne?
There's a message, sir.
Where is she?
She's down in the cocktail terrace, sir.
Oh, darling. Champagne, how sweet.
I thought you might like some.
As if we really needed it.
Will there be anything else, sir?
Darling, I'll be right back.
Oh, where are you going?
We'll have to get some change.
Oh, darling, we can take care of that later.
Oh, of course. Enjoy the champagne. Good evening.
His and hers to us. Darling, I'm the one who's supposed to be nervous. I'm the bride.
Well, that's what makes me nervous. I mean, sweetheart, I need some cigarettes. I better go get them.
I've got some cigarettes in the bedroom.
Filter tips?
Yeah.
Can't stand filter tips.
Oh, I'll snip them off for you.
Honey, well, I need a shave.
Oh, it's such a compulsive flight from reality. You don't need a shave.
I do. Yeah, it relaxes me.
All right, then. You shave here and I'll watch. Like Queen Victoria and Prince Albert.
It's not the shave, Albert. I mean, it's the massage. It's what they do to your face with their fingers.
Well, I have fingers, too.
But not hot towels. I'll be right back. From the barber stairs. Down shop. Stairs!
I'm sorry.
Ellen? Ellen?
You.
Oh, darling. That's all I wanted to know.
Couldn't believe.
Hold me, darling.
Lord, Ellen, what happened? We searched for you. We looked for you. How did you?
Nicky, I can't tell you about 5 years in 2 seconds, darling. Besides, you have much more to tell me.
Oh, you know about Bianca.
Oh, Nicky, how could you?
How could I?
The minute my back was turned.
The minute?
I thought you loved me. All those years.
You know I love you.
Oh, Nicky, we have such problems, don't you?
Problem?
Yes. What about Bianca?
Bianca.
Bianca.
It's all right, sweetheart. I'll take care of everything.
How, darling?
Simple. I'll just tell her.
When?
First, before we do anything else, we better get you a room.
Yes, Mr. Arden?
I'd like a room, please.
Yes, of course. Another room?
Yes.
Darling, do you think that maybe... Is Suite A available?
Suite A. Suite A?
Yes.
I believe Suite A is unoccupied, isn't it?
Suite A. Boy.
Thank you.
like to know what he thinks he's doing.
I'd like to know how he does it.
Barbershop? Mr. Nicholas Arden, please. Oh? Well, how long has he been gone? He must have been there. Are you sure? Thank you. Operator. Operator, would you page Mr. Arden, please? Mr. Nicholas Arden.
Thank you, Mr. Arden.
Take advantage of me just because I'm a woman.
Oh, you're my wife.
One of them.
Yeah. I really have to do something about that.
Yes.
I really do.
When?
Hmm?
When?
Well, it won't be easy. It's going to take a great deal of diplomacy, tact, finesse. She's a very emotional girl.
When?
Well, I need a little time, Ellen. After all, she married me in good faith. She expects the marriage to last longer than 6 hours, you know.
Nicky, I want to ask you something. Are you in love with her?
Oh, I love you, and you know it.
But you must have told her you love her.
Huh?
Didn't you, when you proposed?
Well...
Of course you did.
Well, I suppose, but I never stopped loving you.
You stopped long enough to get married.
You have to see the whole picture, darling.
Oh, I saw the whole picture, and she's very pretty.
All right, she's pretty.
Well, if you had really loved me, you'd have married an ugly girl.
For crying out loud, Ellen, how did I know you were still alive? I couldn't take a chance on getting stuck with an ugly girl the rest of my life.
Oh. Yes? Oh, yes. It's for you.
Hello.
Mr. Arden, you are being paged all over this hotel. I believe Mrs. Arden is trying to locate you.
Oh, thank you.
Shall I put the call through there?
Oh, no, don't put it through here. No, I'll call her.
Please see that you do.
Yes, thank you.
Front desk, Mr. Codd.
Haven't you got a detective or someone who can find my husband, Mr. Codd? Or must I call the police?
No. I'm sure he's here in the hotel somewhere. Believe me, we'll locate him.
Well, would you please hurry? I'm terribly concerned.
I assure you, madam, I am just as concerned as you are.
Nicholas.
It's the maid. You want me to turn down the bed?
Get out, get out, get out!
Sweetheart, you don't understand. A man can't just bust in on the woman he's just married and tell her that his dead wife has come back.
He certainly can, if he loves his dead wife who's come back.
If he loves her. Now, that hurts, Ellen. That really hurts. You wouldn't say that if you'd seen the memorial service we had for you.
Memorial service?
There were over 200 people there. It was the most beautiful service that I've ever attended.
Really?
I sent a blanket of carnations that covered the whole altar.
Oh, Nicky. What color?
Your color, pink. After the choir sang, a hush fell over the whole church as Dr. Slocum came forward to deliver the eulogy.
What did he say?
Oh, what every one of us knew. That you were an angel on earth, a wonderful mother, a devoted wife. Credit to the community. And a darn good sport.
Nicky, really? Me?
There wasn't a dry eye in the congregation.
Gosh, I wish I'd been there.
If you had been there, there wouldn't have been a service.
Oh, that's right.
Oh.
Nick. What about the, insurance?
What about it?
Well, it was $100,000, wasn't it?
Oh, 50, I'm 100.
Oh. Did you collect it?
Not yet. You weren't legally dead until this morning.
And you didn't claim it right away?
Well, I never even thought about it.
Oh, Nicky, you do love me.
Oh, sweet.
May I see you for a moment?
Oh, what is it?
Mr. Arden, as resident manager of this hotel, I find it my duty to inform you that when a man takes a room here, we expect him to go to that room with his own wife. We do not expect that wife to be paging him constantly when he is next door dallying with another woman.
Dallying? Oh, he's not dallying.
Please, madam, do not interfere. We will not be made a party to intrigue.
Oh, now, wait a minute.
This establishment's maintained a reputation for respectability for 25 years. We do not intend to lose it in one night.
Well, you could lose more than your reputation with that kind of loose talk.
Loose? My dear sir, as a hotel manager of many years' experience, I can sniff hanky-panky in an air-conditioned building.
Hanky-panky? You get out of here.
I am leaving. I am leaving. There's only one thing we ask, that you restrict yourself to one suite, one wife. That's the American way.
Right.
Helen.
I absolutely agree.
Oh? Fine. Then you'll leave?
Leave? Why should I leave? I'm Mrs. Arden.
You are?
Yes. Tell him, darling.
And you allowed your husband to register in this hotel with another woman?
Why do you think I'm here?
Ellen, stop it.
Unless I'm very much mistaken, you registered the first one as Mrs. Arden, this one as Miss Wagstaff.
He didn't think you'd notice.
I don't know what you two or you three think you're doing, but I insist that one of your women leave this hotel at once.
Right. I absolutely agree.
Ellen, look, I'll explain. It's really a very simple situation. You see, my wife, my bride, she's my wife.
What my husband is trying to tell you is that he has 2 wives.
Yeah.
I don't care if he has 10 wives. As long as he's in this hotel, he will have only one wife, the one that he registered here as his wife. His first wife. His second wife?
You're confused.
Yes.
Yeah, well, I can explain it.
You do that, darling. First to him and then to her. See you later, sweetheart.
I'll be right back.
Not while I'm manager here.
I'll have to go down for the key.
Mrs. Arden,
Yes?
I found your husband.
Well, it's certainly high time. I'm awfully sorry I had to bother you. Thank you very much. It was very... Where have you been? I've never been so humiliated in my whole life.
Oh, no, Bianca, I was down in the lobby, and I ran into someone, an old buddy.
I don't care who you ran into, leaving me here all alone for some old army buddy.
Navy. It was a Navy buddy.
Oh, Nicholas, you've been gone for hours.
It wasn't hours, only a few minutes.
You just don't love me anymore. I've been so miserable.
Now, please, Bianca, don't be so upset.
Well, how do you expect me to feel? You're just like all the others. Every husband I ever had, only thinking of themselves.
I was thinking of you. That problem never left my mind.
Problem? Problem? Now all I am to you is a problem. Well, if that's all I am to you, you can just go jump in the lake.
Put that down,
Don't
Bianca.
you bully me, making me call all over the hotel for you. You're selfish. That's what you are. You're selfish, selfish, selfish.
Lower your voice, Bianca.
I don't care if the whole hotel hears me. I hate you.
Open.
Poor thing. He told her.
I hate you.
Bianca, please.
I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. Where are you going?
Outside. Have a drink.
Nicholas, please don't leave me. Don't you care about me anymore? Nicholas, look at me. How can you ignore me?
I'm not ignoring you. I'd like to talk to you, but sensibly.
Then you do still love me. Oh, Nicholas, why do you always make me feel so insecure?
Oh.
Now stop squirming, darling.
I'm not squirming.
Oh, poor baby's trembling.
I'm not trembling.
Oh.
Oh, now please, Bianca, don't do that.
Oh, I can't help it. You're so male.
Please, Bianca, don't do that.
I can't help it. What was that?
You just noisy neighbors.
Noisy? Or nosy? Let's go inside.
Good idea.
To the bedroom. Don't you dare! What nerve?
I think they're having a party over there. Bianca, I have something to tell you, and I just don't know where to begin.
Why not begin in there?
Yeah, well, it won't be easy.
Oh, it will be if you don't worry about it.
Bianca, my dear, life is very strange. Yes, things that we don't expect to happen sometimes happen when we least expect them to happen. You know what I mean? You don't know what I mean. Bianca, marriage is a very sacred state.
Oh, darling.
Yes, and a man's wife means more to him than anything in the world means to him.
Oh.
Try.
What?
I'm trying to say that a man, when a man has one wife, a man should be faithful to that one wife.
Oh, darling, I'll always trust you. Let's go inside. What in heaven's name is going on over there?
I'll go quiet them down.
Oh, no, you don't. You're not leaving me again. Not tonight. Now, you just get comfy, darling.
Comfy. It's just that I want to get some champagne.
I'll get it while you slip into your pajamas.
Good Lord, Ellen, go away.
What is going on in here?
I'm trying to tell her.
Oh, is that what you're doing?
Bianca,
You put your coat on again.
I had to answer the door.
Who was it?
The maid.
Again? Oh, I'll turn the bed down myself in a minute. What a persistent woman.
Yeah.
I'll get it.
Don't you ever slam that door in my face again. Lipstick, you kissed her.
She kissed me.
Then why don't you start to undress?
Ellen, things are tough enough as it is. Just give me time to soften her up. 5 minutes?
4.
Don't you think we should order some dinner?
Oh, I'm not hungry yet.
Bianca, we have got to talk.
In bed.
No. All right. Now let's talk.
With your clothes on?
I can do it better with my clothes on, believe me.
Come on, off your shirt.
No, don't, Bianca. Don't.
Oh, darling,
Bianca.
come on.
Now, don't. Oh, well, now that tickles. That tickles. Oh, don't. Oh, no. Bianca, Bianca, when I asked you to marry me, conditions existed for which I was not aware. Therefore, well, something very unusual has happened to me. Well, to you, to all of us.
Oh, this hotel is impossible. Not her again.
It must be. It is.
Nicholas, you come back here. What happened?
I'm going to see the manager.
Nicholas!
The next plane to Los Angeles is at 7:30.
I think I can make that.
There are taxis just outside, Mrs. Arden.
It's Miss Wagstaff.
Ellen. Ellen.
The name is Seymour.
Ellen, be reasonable. You're being very unrealistic. Where do you think you're going?
Home to my children, where I belong.
Ellen, would you just wait a minute?
To the airport driver, please hurry.
Ellen, darling, just give me a little bit of time.
How much time do you need to say my wife is alive? 4 little words. Go practice them. Driver, hurry.
My wife is alive. My wife is alive. My wife is alive.
So is mine, buddy. That's why I drink.
Bianca?
Nicholas, where are you? What happened? Where did you go?
Sweetheart, well, an important case came up. And I have to rush back to Los Angeles.
Los Angeles? Oh, Nicky, you can't leave me now. Not tonight, please, darling. I need you. I'm so alone and so confused. Please come back. If you leave me now, I'll just go completely to pieces.
Your husband should be old enough to know how dangerous jumping frisky on the floor is.
Oh, doctor.
Me? I'm not a doctor. I'm an ambulance driver.
You're a doctor now.
Nicholas! Oh, Nicholas, what have you done to me?
To you?
Of all times to hurt your back.
Children, what are you doing up there?
Nothing, Grandma.
Well, stop at this instant and get undressed and get into bed. You'd better get some sleep yourself. You're wearing a trench in that carpet.
Oh, I could strangle him.
Why not Bianca? That'd solve the situation.
It's not her fault. Nick is to blame. I never want to speak to him again, never.
You ought to say a few words to him.
Yeah.
While you're strangling him?
Oh, Grace, this is not funny.
I know, dear.
He hasn't even called.
Well, he will. He'll do the right thing at the right time.
The right time was 3 hours ago in Monterey.
Why didn't you tell her?
Because it's not my place, it's his place.
And if he really loves me, he'll tell her.
Don't be impatient.
Impatient? He's had hours.
You had just as long to tell the children who you are.
Oh, Grace, how can you compare the two things? It's different with children. Well, why, think of the shock it might have on them.
Think of the shock it's had on my child.
Child? Oh, Nick is not a child.
No, he's not that smart. He's only a man.
Grandma, we're ready.
Okay, girls. Why don't you go up and tuck them in?
Grace, I'm scared.
For heaven's sakes, Ellen, they're your own children.
Yes, but they don't know that. What can I say to them?
Be natural. What did you used to do when you put them to bed? Read, sing, tell them a bedtime story. Do you remember any of them?
Some of them.
Maybe they will, too.
Grandma, we're ready. She did too. They did not. She did too.
Who did too? Not.
Where's Grandma?
Grandma's busy downstairs.
She's supposed to tuck us in.
I can do that. Really, I can. I've tucked lots of little girls in bed a long time ago. I read them bedtime stories, sang them lullabies, and I kissed them goodnight.
Were they your little girls?
Yes.
You're gonna cry again. Don't cry. It's not hard to tuck us in.
All right. Snuggle down, and I'll tell you a story.
I want Grandma to.
I know lots of stories.
Which one?
Well, I know Little Red Riding Hood, and I know Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Aw, that's just kid stuff. Here, read the Enchanted Bicycle. I hate that. Bianca gave it to us.
Oh. Well, let's see now. I know a song.
What kind of song?
A go-to-sleep song. Let's see if you remember it.
No, read the Enchanted Bicycle. I want to hear the song. But first I have to go to the bathroom.
All right, hurry up, real fast.
She always has to go to the bathroom.
Is that the phone?
Grandma will get it. What's that?
This? It's a locket.
What's inside?
Pictures of people I love most in the whole world.
Who?
You want to see?
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. Oh, dear. Would you like to see the locket?
Aren't you gonna sing?
Oh, yes. Twinkle, twinkle, stars up in the sky. Time to sing a lullaby. Sing you a song of a toy balloon sailing far across the moon. Go to sleep and very soon you'll be like that toy balloon deep in dreamland far beyond the sky.
Twinkle, 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 hush-a-bye.
Darling, do you remember that song?
I heard it someplace.
Where?
On the radio, I think. I don't like it.
Oh.
Are you gonna stay here?
Would you like me to?
Where would you sleep?
Well, in the guest room.
Bianca's gonna sleep there. No, she's gonna sleep in Daddy's room. Because she's our new mother. I don't want her to.
Don't you want a mother?
No, just Daddy. Yeah.
Moo, moo.
Leche.
Leche.
Sí, señora. Sí, cómo no.
Grace.
You better start studying Spanish or learn to play charades.
Who was that on the phone?
Yeah, sit down now.
It was Nick. He's not coming home.
He is coming home.
Oh, then he told her. Oh, Grace, he told her.
Actually, it was Bianca who called.
Bianca?
Now, don't get excited, honey. Nick's had a little accident. Nothing serious. He hurt his back.
His back?
He could have slipped or something. Well, he could have. And they'll be here first thing tomorrow morning.
You mean he'd bring that woman here? In my house?
Simmer down, Ellen. You'll upset the children and make a worse mess of things. Must be some way to handle this.
What do you want me to do, Grace? Hide in the attic?
Don't be silly. There's a very simple solution.
What?
You can go to a hotel for a couple of days.
I will not be going out of my own house. This is as much my house as it is his.
How can we explain your being here?
Leche. Leche caliente para la señora.
Gracias.
Por nada. Por nada, por nada, y por nada.
Why don't you let her go and make me the cook? Oh, I can think of some lovely dishes to make for them.
No, dear. We'd better think of something else.
Jenny! Jenny! You forgot your sweater.
They're here.
For heaven's sakes, Nicky, you look terrible.
I feel terrible.
Well, don't you worry, son. We'll take care of you.
Oh, I'll take care of him.
No. Eve will be the one to take care.
Who's that?
That's Miss Swenson. She's Swedish.
Svensson?
The nurse I engaged for you.
Ja, my name is Greta Svensson. Is Swedish name. You must call me Greta.
Well, Nicholas doesn't need a nurse, Mother Arden. I'm going to call Dr. Schlick for him.
The psychiatrist?
Oh, yes. I'm sure his trouble is psychogenic. He has a deep-seated anxiety neurosis.
Deep-seated? In his back?
Yeah, well, you see, I just an accident. I was running down up some stairs, and I tripped and fell. I had all my clothes on at the time.
Nicholas,
yeah,
dear.
it was early last night, very early, just before dinner even.
Darling, you don't have to explain anything to Miss Svensson.
Well, but I do. She's here to help me, isn't she?
Oh, yes. Oh, ja. I give good Swedish massage. Don't worry, lady. I fix his aching back. Come.
Well, thank you, but first, would you go out and bring our luggage in?
Me?
Well, of course you. Come, Nicholas. Darling, I've never seen the bedrooms in this house. How many have we?
Not nearly enough.
Oh, Liz, I'll be right up, dear, as soon as I call Dr. Schlick.
Wait till I get my hands on him.
Now, Ellen, temper. Everything's working out just fine.
Fine? How dare she come in here and order me around?
I'll have a little talk with her about your duties.
And I'll have a talk with him about his.
Well, when Dr. Schlick is free, would you have him call me at 235-4505, please? Thank you. Mother Arden, thought the nurse was doing that.
She helped, but she's going to give Nick his massage.
Oh.
Oh, here, Helen. Here.
Keep away from me. You had all night to tell her. All night.
I've tried to tell her. Believe me, I... Here, would you get me out of this straight
Let her get you out of it. She got you into it.
Nobody got me into anything. Nothing happened. Why do you think I went to all this trouble? Faking a bad...
Faking? I don't believe you.
Where? Does it look like I've got a sprained back?
Nicholas!
It works.
What works?
Greta's massage.
So soon?
Yeah, how about that?
Oh, yeah. Special Swedish massage.
Isn't she marvelous?
Marvelous. It's almost a miracle.
Was no miracle, was just the touching fingers. Well, I give you a massage, too. Very good after long drive.
Well, I don't know.
Oh,
I
yeah,
really don't
yeah. I fix you. Just like husband.
What?
Miss Swenson, I don't think that
Yeah, it'd be fine. Give you a chance to talk with your son.
Oh, I see that he rests, Mother Arden.
Come. Just take off your clothes.
What's going on around here? Where'd she ever get such an idea? A nurse and Swedish.
necessity is the mother of invention. And I was the mother who invented it.
You out of your mind?
Just a little. I can't quite seem to adjust. 2 daughters-in-law for only 1 son.
Well, as long as you had only one, why did it have to be me?
Yeah. Lie down here on the bed, miss.
It's Mrs.
Your husband's mother tell me you been Mr. Arden's second wife.
Mm-hmm. He was a widower. Oh, that's nice.
His poor wife lost in the airplane accident.
My mother-in-law likes to chat.
Yeah. I was thinking before. What if Mr. Arden's first wife was dead?
What an idea.
When I was a little girl in Sweden, I went once to the movies. And poor Cary Grant thought his first wife was dead, so he married another lady. But Irene Dunn, who was the first wife, she come back.
Movies. When do movies ever reflect real life?
Yeah? But suppose Mr. Arden's first wife was to come back, like Irene Dunn did. What would happen?
Nothing would happen. She'd still be legally dead in the eyes of the law, and as long as she's... Ow! Not so hard.
But if she was dead by law and alive by everything else, then what?
Well, I couldn't care less. Mr. Arden's mine now. She just have to go back to where she came from.
Oh,
Ow!
she would!
Oh,
Oh, it's just what you need. It's good for...
Stop it!
Ow!
All right, Mom, I'll tell her.
About time.
First, I better have a cup of coffee.
Oh, Nick.
Ow! Don't do that! Ow! Stop that! Nicholas! Help me!
Go special Swedish massage. A walk up and down your back.
Oh, my back! With your shoes on?
It's wonderful for the spine.
Oh! Nicholas!
Good for you.
What's going on? Get off of there! Mom, help her! All right, just be patient. Quiet, quiet. Quiet!
Don't you tell me to be quiet.
You shut up and sit down.
I want that woman thrown out. She's
And
a
you
fake.
shut up,
You
too.
call me
Just
a
get
fake.
back over there.
I don't want that woman here.
For your information, Bianca, this woman is not that woman. This time we had an understanding. Damn it, I can't fire her.
Why can't you?
Because there's someone at the door.
Morning. Your name, Arden?
Oh, yes, it is.
Prokey's my name. Clyde Prokey. I'm with American Accident and Life. Hey, it's quite a nice little place you got here, Arden.
Well, I don't have time to talk about insurance
Oh,
this morning.
I'm not selling insurance, Mr. Arden. I'm with the claims division. My car. Clyde Prokey, adjuster. Got a little matter here. Requires a signature.
All my policies are with the Eastern Line.
Not your signature, Mr. Arden. This is for Mrs. Arden. She here?
Which Mrs. Arden?
How many you got?
Well, my mother, and there's...
No, I mean your wife, the one who was on that island for 5 years.
How do you know about that?
Well, that's my job to know, Arden. Everything. Every little thing. But don't worry. Your secret is safe with Clyde Prokey. I'm a married man myself. Now, where is the little lady?
Well, Mr. Prokey, I don't think we should disturb her just now. Things have been a little complicated around here.
Yeah, how about that?
Now, what are these papers about?
I gotta say, Arden, I take my hat off to you. I don't think I'd be taking it quite as calm as you seem to be doing.
Believe me, I haven't had a calm moment. Now, let's see the papers.
Oh, what's to see? Just an affidavit for the missus to sign.
What kind of an affidavit? She won't sign anything unless I've seen it first.
You lawyers. Okay, here. Affidavit that Stephen Burkett is indeed alive, so his family will return the insurance money. Routine, Mr. Arden, just routine.
Who is this Stephen Burkett?
The guy they rescued off the island with your wife. Oh, gee, fella, sorry. I thought you knew.
Oh, of course I know. Knew. Burkett. Steve, yes.
Yeah, he seems like a nice guy. Straight shooter. Called us about his insurance the day he got back.
He did, huh?
Yeah. I buzzed over to see him yesterday at the Beverly Hills Hotel. Looks none the worse for wear. Must have been a rugged experience, the two of them, alone there on that island.
Yeah, I guess he told you all about it.
Well, not all. After all, he is a gentleman. I mean, he thinks the world of your missus. Says she's a warm, wonderful woman.
And a darn good sport.
That figures. I mean, it takes two intelligent people to turn a Pacific island into the Garden of Eden, right?
Right. Mr. Prokey, I'll keep your affidavits. I'll send them to you in the mail.
No, they gotta be signed in my presence. Adam said she'd be most cooperative.
Adam? Who's Adam?
Burkett.
This is Stephen Burkett.
Didn't she tell you about that little gag they had going? She called him Adam.
And he called her... Mr. Prokey, do you mind leaving?
Yeah, but I gotta get the affidavit
No, just go ahead, out. Just get
what
out.
about the affidavit, Mr. Arden? I gotta get that signed.
I meant to tell you about that.
Oh, you meant to tell me about it. It was such a casual thing that it just slipped your mind?
Well, I never had a chance. Besides, it was perfectly harmless.
Harmless? You call Adam and Eve harmless?
He broke his leg in the crash and he was laid up for 6 months.
Well, what happened to the other 4.5 years?
Don't you trust your own wife?
No, don't try to change the subject. I want to know the truth about Adam.
That's a joke. Oh, sweet, gentle little Adam. All he was interested in is trees and flowers and fish. You know the type.
Oh, yes, I know the type. Only I don't believe it.
Nick, where are you going?
I am going out.
Nicky, you've got to stay here and face this situation.
Well, I'll face it when I get all the facts.
For heaven's sakes, Ellen, what did you do to build such a fire under Nick?
Oh, Grace. There was a man on that island with me.
How marvelous. No wonder you look so well. But you silly girl, why did you tell Nick?
I didn't tell him. He just found out.
Oh. Well, tell me then. I want to know everything.
There's nothing to tell.
Nothing?
Oh, it's not important, Grace.
Well, it's important enough to make Nick insanely jealous.
I know it, and he hasn't even seen him.
Well, maybe he should.
Oh, no! I mean, I don't think so.
I see. Mm-hmm. Yes, I do see.
Grace, will you please stop imagining things? You're worse than your son.
Maybe, you'd better go and do some shopping.
Shopping? Who can think about clothes at a time like this?
I wasn't thinking of clothes, dear. I had something else in mind.
A man? Oh, Rex. Oh. I can't do that.
You want to be a Swedish nurse for the rest of your life?
May I help you? Oh, no, thank you.
Excuse me, do you know a Mr. Stephen Burkett?
Well, yes, sir. That's him. On the trampoline.
Thank you.
Young man.
Oh, yes. May I help you?
Oh, yes, I think so.
Oh, what type are you looking for?
You're just perfect.
I beg your pardon?
The shoe, it's just perfect.
Oh.
Do you have it in a 7.5A?
Oh, yes, yes. This shoe comes in all sizes.
Good.
If you'll just have a seat, please, while I'll go and get it for you.
Thank you.
This model is exclusive with us. It's your Bengal crocodile. This is your true or saltwater crocodile, which is also found in South China, Northern Australia, and the Fiji Islands. And then there's your tropical crocodile, which is found in Rhodesia and parts of North America, but they really make quite inferior footwear.
Are you free for lunch?
That is, inferior footwear is made from them. The crocodiles themselves have no talent for making footwear.
I said, would you have lunch with me?
I bring my lunch.
I'd be very grateful.
Braunschweiger sandwiches.
You could be my guest.
I'm married.
So am I. Well, I don't think you understand.
I understand, baby. You want the shoes, too?
Oh, no, just lunch.
Sure.
I'll explain everything then. Mr. Arden?
Not now.
Look, there's somebody waiting for you. Nicky, darling, I brought someone for you to meet. This is Adam.
Well, well, so this is Mr. Burkett.
Pleased to meet you, Nick.
And I to meet you, Adam.
Well, that's a little joke, you know.
Yes, isn't it? Well, why don't we all sit down, huh?
Well, I really haven't much time. I'm making a report to the Geographic Society on the flora and fauna we found on the island. I was really very excited about the island vegetation. I'm afraid I spent so much time on research, I was not very good company for your wife.
Well, I'm sure she understood.
Of course.
Eve said you had some questions to ask me, Nick.
Well, let me see. What kind of an island was it?
Kind? Oh, well, I'd say it was an ordinary island, wouldn't you say?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes.
Small?
Well, not small, not large.
Medium.
Medium.
Jungle?
Jungle?
Well, you know, trees, vines.
Oh, trees. Oh, oh, golly, yeah, trees.
And no vines?
Oh, the vines, yeah, around the trees.
Water?
Oh, yeah, water, around the island.
Where'd you live?
The trees, we lived in trees.
Separate trees.
Even during the rainy season?
Oh, well, when it rained, we moved into caves.
Separate caves.
Well, I guess Adam had better be running along.
Oh, must you?
Well, I don't know.
Well, you know the Geographic Society insists on punctuality, Adam. And if Adam is anything, he's punctual.
Sterling quality. Well, it's been nice meeting you, Adam. Hey, we should get together sometime, huh?
Yeah, that's a good idea. Maybe we should make a night of it. Have some chow mein, go bowling or something.
Yeah, sure.
Thursday?
Well,
it's
Thursday.
good to see you again, Adam.
Bye, Adam.
Bye. Real nice chat.
Thank you. There now. Satisfied?
Completely.
Are you ashamed of all those nasty suspicions?
I blush at the thought.
Oh, Nicky. Imagine thinking that sweet little man and I were really... Oh.
Oh, sweetheart, look, now that you're here, why don't we go for a drive and maybe stop for something to drink, huh?
Oh, I'd love it. Will you let me drive?
Oh, sure.
I need the practice.
Shall we go together or in separate cars?
Woo! I didn't do too badly, did I?
Oh, no. Except when you made that left-hand turn, you signal with your windshield wipers.
It's all those buttons, Nicky. They confuse me. It's like learning all over again.
Well, that's civilization for you, Eve. Two, please.
Right this way, please.
Oh, why don't you sit there? I'll sit here.
Oh, why?
Keep the sun out of your eyes.
I don't mind the sun.
What would you like, dear? Scotch, martini?
You know what I'd love? Something I've been dreaming about for 5 years. A big, fat, double-dip chocolate soda.
And you, sir?
A Scotch, please.
A big fat double?
On the rocks. You sure you wouldn't rather sit over here?
I'm fine, really. I love the sun.
You're squinting.
I'm smiling.
Very attractive group of people here, don't you think?
Oh, Nicky, you're funny.
Me?
You're trying so hard to make conversation with me.
Oh, well.
Of course, we have been apart a long time. Oh, Nicky, I know it hasn't been easy for you. I mean, with Jenny and Dee Dee.
Oh, well, they're great kids.
Oh, they are. They're marvelous. And you've just done the most wonderful job of raising them.
Oh, kids aren't hard to bring up. Just pretend they're someone else's.
But they're not someone else's. They're ours. Oh, and I can't seem to find a way to tell them who I am.
Well, we'll work it out.
Nick, there's something that I'd like to tell you.
Well?
Oh, I'm such a dope. And I meant well, Nick, but I'm such a dope.
About what?
That man that I brought to your office was not Stephen Burkett.
Really?
No, he was a shoe clerk. And I paid him to say those things. Oh, Nick. I thought if you met the real Stephen Burkett that you just might...
I might what?
Well, I thought that you might think what I thought you were thinking. You know, when you thought that... Well, he is kind of attractive.
Burkett?
Oh, not to me. Not to me at all. But some people might think so. And I was just so afraid that you might be upset.
Ellen, let's get out of here.
Oh, Nick, you are upset.
I'm not.
Please don't.
I'm not.
You hate me, I know
I
you
don't. It's just, I know where they serve a better soda.
do. Where?
Oh, Ellen, come on.
Sir, you're doubled.
You go ahead, Ellen. I'll catch up. Here.
Eve!
Baby, what are you doing here?
Me? What are you doing here?
Oh, just trying to unwind a little.
So that's why you brought me here.
Oh, Ellen, it only appears
What
that
a
way.
miserable, dirty, rotten trick.
Oh, honey, this
You
can't
see,
be Nicky.
Why can't it be?
You just wanted to humiliate me,
I'm
that's
Steve
all.
Burkett, old buddy.
He knows perfectly well who you are, and he's a suspicious, narrow-minded,
Let's go. honey.
jealous...
I'll explain in the car. You see.
Explain what? How you deliberately made a fool of me all afternoon?
Ellen!
Man, she sure looks great in clothes.
I got a few questions for you, old buddy.
Ah, I just sold exclusive rights to my store to Life magazine. Old buddy.
Ellen, wait.
Ellen! Hey, Dad, follow that car.
Figure them out if I live to be. If I live.
Talk up, mister. Don't mumble.
Just keep your eye on the road and catch that car, that's all.
Catch that nut before she kills herself.
We could all go, mister.
I'll double anything on the meter.
I can't spend it up there.
can't help myself, Dr. Schlick. That's how I feel about my marriage.
Very well. I will have a little chat with your Nicholas, if he arrives ever.
Oh, you are such a comfort, Doctor. You know, I truly believe the most vital relationship a woman can establish is not between man and wife. It's the relationship between a woman and her analyst. Don't you agree, Dr. Schlick?
Call me Hermann.
Will you wait a minute, please?
Ellen, wait. Ellen, wait. We can settle this thing right here and now. Oh, Ellen! Stop! Ellen, come here. Listen to me.
I said Nicholas! See what I mean, Herman?
You didn't say he was violent.
Nicholas!
What is all this yelling about?
Nicholas, let that woman go!
Not until she answers my question.
I won't answer anything, you big bully!
I want to know what happened on that
You
island.
don't have to know anything. You should learn to trust your wife with no questions asked.
He doesn't trust you.
Not her. She's my wife.
Oh.
There, I've said it. Are you satisfied? You're my wife.
I was your wife.
Oh, you poor dear boy.
Oh, Mama, will you tell her Ellen's my wife?
Who is this Ellen?
She's my wife, stupid.
His first wife, she's dead.
And that woman?
That's the nurse I told you about.
A nurse from the Busy Bee Car Wash?
She is not a nurse. These are her clothes. She is Ellen Wagstaff Arden, my wife, stupid.
Yes? You, Nicholas Arden.
Yes, what do you want?
We have a warrant for your arrest.
Arrest? What for?
Bigamy?
Bigamy?
Now do you believe me?
But he's not a bigamist. Who made such a ridiculous charge?
Yeah.
Mrs. Grace Arden.
My mother?
That's right. If you can't settle this mess, maybe the courts can.
Quiet, quiet. Can't we have a little order in here?
Order! Order in the court!
I don't know why this has to be the loudest court in the state. Well, where's the district attorney? Isn't this his case?
Yes, Your Honor.
I know he's a district attorney. I know that. Now, what is all this?
Your Honor, in an effort to expedite matters in this somewhat unusual hearing, we pray decisions on a number of legal actions filed concurrently, all of which are components of one basic familial disturbance.
Sounds like something the Court of Appeals is going to reverse me on already.
If the bailiff will call the principals, I will try to provide the court with the various issues involved.
Nicholas Arden.
Mr. Nicholas Arden, a respected member of the local bar, is charged primarily with bigamy, but is also a party to one or two other actions.
Haven't I seen you here before?
Well, yes, sir.
Mrs. Grace Arden.
It is Mrs. Grace Arden who brought the charge of bigamy against Mr. Arden.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself, ma'am. Woman your age marrying this man.
Marrying him? I happen to be his mother.
You mean your own mother charged you with bigamy?
I certainly did.
I hope you remember this on Mother's Day.
Mrs. Bianca Steele Arden.
Mrs. Bianca Steele Arden is one of the wives of the defendant and is asking for an annulment of that marriage.
You look familiar, young lady.
I hope so, Your Honor. You married me.
Oh, I married a little short Oh, you mean to him. Oh, yes, I remember you now. You're that do-it-yourself head shrinker.
Please, Your Honor, please. May I object to that remark?
Who are you?
I happen to be Dr. Hermann Schlick.
He's my analyst and my dearest friend. And he's here to testify to my emotional need for an annulment.
Yes, this man is completely unstable with definite schizoid tendencies.
Quiet. Nobody asked you to testify, Doctor. Just take your seat.
Can he do that?
It's all right, dear. Really.
Did you say she wanted an annulment?
I most certainly do, Your Honor.
Now, even my marriages are being reversed on me. What was wrong with it?
Well, as usual in such cases.
Unkissed, you mean?
On anything.
Harvard man.
Mrs. Ellen Wagstaff Arden.
Mrs. Ellen Wagstaff Arden, who on the motion of Mr. Arden was declared legally dead, now petitions the court to reverse that order.
Now, what bumbling idiot ever declared this perfectly healthy-looking young woman dead?
Well, you did, Your Honor.
Oh, Oh, strike my last remark from the record.
When Mrs. Arden is declared legally alive again, she asks a divorce from Mr. Arden.
Well, if that's on my account, you can save yourself the trouble.
It's no trouble. He's all yours.
I couldn't possibly be less interested in the man.
Well, you seem to be back in public domain, Counselor.
In the event Mrs. Bianca Steele Arden's petition for annulment is denied, she also asks a divorce from Mr. Arden.
On what ground?
Mental cruelty.
Extreme mental cruelty.
Oh, nonsense.
Quiet.
At the same time, Your Honor, Mr. Arden is bringing countersuits for divorce against Mrs. Bianca Steele Arden and Mrs. Ellen Wagstaff Arden.
Against me? How could you?
You're doing it to me.
That's entirely different.
Your Honor, against Mrs. Ellen Wagstaff Arden, Mr. Arden names as co-respondent Mr. Stephen Burkett.
Nicholas Arden, don't you ever speak to me again as long as you live.
Come back here, young woman. Where do you think you're going?
I will not stay here and be humiliated by this.
You are going to stay here. And don't argue with me. I'll fine you $25 for contempt.
How can you find a corpse? I'm still legally dead.
Then I'll declare you legally alive.
If you do that before the annulment, Your Honor, I'll be guilty of bigamy.
I should have played golf today, arthritis and all.
I'm also asking for a restraining order against the publication of Mr. Burkett's story in a national magazine on the grounds that it may hold me up to public ridicule.
Oh, really? What is the story?
I don't know it, Your Honor.
You don't know it?
Well, no, sir. That's why I asked for a subpoena for Mr. Burkett, so he could tell his story in court.
Stephen Burkett.
That isn't necessary.
Would you like to change places with me, madam?
Your Honor, do we have to discuss it here? It isn't relevant.
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 So happens I consider it entirely relevant. And I consider you entirely out of order. Now, don't tax my patience.
Good morning, Your Honor.
What's your story, Tarzan?
Well, sir, Ellen and I were both survivors of that plane crash. Now, I'm a very strong swimmer.
Never mind about your strength. Just get to the point.
I'll do the questioning here, Counselor. Go on. After the crash, what happened?
Well, sir, when...
Nothing happened.
$25.
Can he do that?
He can do whatever he wants. He's the judge.
That's right. Well?
Well, sir, I fished Ellen out of the water, got her to that island where we stayed until we were rescued.
Oh? How long was that?
5 years.
You two were on that island together for 5 years?
And 3 days.
Were they alone?
Oh, just the two of us, Your Honor. Adam and Eve.
Is that in the brief?
It is not.
Oh, that should be in the brief. That's the most interesting part of the case.
Your Honor, may I please have your permission to get out of here before I explode?
I'd like to go home myself. I'd like to tell my wife about this. She thinks all of my cases are dull. This one's a doozy. Now then, Counselor, we'll take first things first. What is the first thing?
The charge of bigamy, Your Honor. I have a precedent to cite. The case...
Never mind, I'm not interested in precedent. My decisions are obvious. When you married the second Mrs. Arden, the first Mrs. Arden had been declared legally dead. So I hereby dismiss the charge of bigamy. Now, as for the second matter, the kissless bride, I hereby annul that marriage.
Thank you, Your Honor. Now may I leave?
As far as I'm concerned, you may all leave, and the sooner the better.
But, Judge, I'm still legally dead.
Okay. I hereby declare Ellen Wagstaff Arden legally alive.
Does that mean she's married to him again?
You darn right she's married to me again. Still.
I didn't ask you, I asked the judge.
Oh, now leave me out of this. Case dismissed.
Oh, now wait, Your Honor, you can't do that.
He can do whatever he wants. He's the judge.
That's right.
But you haven't heard the whole story.
I don't have to hear it. I'll take your petition for divorce under advisement and let you know later.
How much later, Judge? I'd like to know when Ellen's free to marry me.
Did you hear that? Something did happen on that island.
Nothing happened on that
Oh,
island.
Ellen, tell them
You
that...
take here. This got me next to a little hammer.
What are you beefing about anyway, old buddy? You and Ellen were married for only 3 years, while she and I were together for 5, so I'm claiming her on the basis of seniority.
Oh!
Well, you can have her.
Oh, Nicky!
Baby.
See what you've done?
Look, let's you and me cut out to my hotel and talk it over, huh?
Oh, for 5 years you've been nothing but a big fat pain in the neck chasing me around that island, and I told you I never want to look at that wolfish face of yours again. You're a smug, egotistical, strutting peacock.
Well, then, how about lunch?
Oh!
For 5 years you went through this kind of treatment? My goodness. Where have you been?
Where's Nicky?
I expected you back hours ago.
Didn't he come home with you?
After the way he stormed out of that courtroom, he took a cab.
I just made such a mess of everything. And what about the children?
Well, they had to live without a mother for a long time. I suppose they can do without a father around the house.
Oh, Grace. How will I ever explain to them?
You just march yourself out there and tell your children who you are. Go on.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Mommy.
Well, isn't it about time somebody started kissing somebody around here?